Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to show you a lot of cool things today. I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT to code being a designer. In this video, you don't have to know anything related to HTML, CSS or JavaScript. You don't need to have any coding knowledge, but I'm still going to show you how to do it. And at the end of this video, you'll be able to start taking an idea from just a scribble to a possibly an MVP. Hope you love this video and I hope this adds more value to your career. I'm going to share a simple secret with you. The secret that I believe in is that the next $1 million startup will be built by just 3 people. What do I mean by that? A business mind, a person who can potentially build a business model canvas, a person who can think building revenue streams, a person who can potentially build a solid business idea, right? Followed by a marketing genius, a person who can build campaigns that can have crazy lead acquisition, have crazy campaigns, position the product better, all those stuff. And the third one is why you're here. Superpower designer, a person who can build or take an idea from just a scribble to potentially an MVP. And being a part of that, there's going to be a lot of different things that can make you a full stack designer, right? First one can be product management, a person who can think product holistic, right? A person who can think PRDs, a person who can think SWOT analysis and do all of those crazy stuff before bringing an idea to the stakeholding team. And the second one is a person who can take and use low code or no code tools to start building basic MVPs. I have 2 important tools over here. One is basically the CodePen. CodePen is an online environment where you can actually run any coding like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript and see it live. As you keep changing the text over here, you can see it run live over here. And we have ChatGPT. You don't need ChatGPT Premium, but I'm using one. You can still use the free version. It'll still work. Anyways, say that I have an idea of building an application like Miro, basically a whiteboard tool where you can add flow diagrams, where you can add sticky notes, where you can add text, where you can draw on the canvas and all of that, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to ChatGPT. I'm just going to zoom in a bit so that it's easier for you to read what I'm typing. And I'm going to ask, hey ChatGPT, can you help me write a HTML, CSS, and JS code? Rules. You always have to mention the rules. 1, can we go step by step? 2, I want you to give the HTML, CSS, and JS code separately, but for each phase at the same time. Are you ready? If you see over here, I'm using 2 important prompts. 1, can we go step by step? And then, are you ready? The reason behind this is when you're trying to build a full functionality like Miro, a product that I can actually have crazy stuff inside it, involves a lot of features. It's better to just do it step by step and you can keep trying it out so that you know it works. So anyways, let me hit enter and let's see what ChatGPT says. Let me just close this panel. What would you like to build? I want to build something like Miro, a whiteboarding tool. Are you ready? At the same time, you can see that I'm using the word Miro is because Miro is a pretty famous tool and it's been in the market, which means blogs and internet has data about Miro, which means ChatGPT also has data about Miro. But when you're trying to build an idea that's entirely new, I would suggest you explaining that idea over here, right? But anyways, I'm going to hit enter. Sounds like an exciting project. Building a whiteboarding tool like Miro will require a combination of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The phase one. So it just did a basic structure without even asking. I think we will simply create an HTML structure canvas element where the user can draw. Simply an environment like Figma where you can draw. So I'm just going to copy paste the HTML code, go back, copy the CSS code, and I'm going to copy the JavaScript code. Right? This is the basic environment it has created. It's very simple. Maybe I can draw also. Oh, basically because I said draw with it, it was able to do that. Anyways, can you add a floating bottom next step? can you add a floating bottom bar with 3 options? 1, draw. 2, sticky notes maybe, right? 3, code. Basically, I can add a code widget, right? Okay, let's enter and see what happens. I think basically this doesn't have any change to the JavaScript, or maybe it has because I need to potentially add functionality to these 3 buttons. But anyways, let me just copy the HTML code, paste it over here, go to the CSS part, paste it over here, and then copy the JavaScript part and paste it over here. Awesome, it has created a floating menu for me. So I'm just going to hit Command S or Control S for it to save so that I know that it has reflected all the changes. Then I can draw. Can I add a sticky note? No, not yet. So next, let's add a functionality to sticky note, where on clicking, it adds a sticky note to the canvas and it can be moved across the canvas, right? Let me just zoom in once again, explaining. On clicking sticky note, I want to add a sticky note to the canvas. Canvas is basically this environment, right? And then it can be moved across the canvas, which means I can just drag it the way you do it on Miro, right? But anyways, I'm gonna hit enter. Let's see what happens. So it says that there is no changes needed for the HTML, which means that this changes to the CSS. Existing style remains, which means you need to continue having the previous code. You just need to add this last thing over here. I'm just going to copy this, go over here, right? Go to the bottom maybe, enter Command S, right? And then I'm going to add the functionality. We will add the functionality to create sticky notes, make them draggable, and ensure they can be added to the canvas, which means you should also have the drawing done. Yup. So it's just not asking me to add any previous code or anything. So I'm just going to copy paste it entirely, right? And then I'm going to draw over here, add a sticky note, and I can move it across the canvas. And then now let's add a functionality. On clicking, maybe code. Can you add a code widget where I can enter my code and then basically it just gets formatted. Enter. Let's see what happens, right? A code functionality, the basic HTML structure remains the same. You have to add existing code remains the same, which means I just need to add the code widget. Let me just copy this, go to the bottom, press enter. At the last, just add that, right? And then I'm going to copy the JavaScript code. Then go ahead. Does it say that the previous code remains the same? No, it doesn't. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to Command A, Command V, Command S. Yes, the code has been saved. It will refresh. Now can I draw? There's a code error. So let me just copy the JavaScript code once again. Command S, draw, add the sticky note, add the code. Oh my God. Okay, can I just copy this, paste it over here? No, I'm not able to add it. Okay, let's see. I am not able to add the code in the code widget. Basically, we're debugging what is happening. Basically, I should be able to add a code over here and then I should be able to format it, right? So it's doing the changes required. Here's the revised code, ensuring that the code widget works well. Pen saved. And yeah, I'm able to add the code. Then hit format. It formats too. That's pretty cool, right? And then I'm able to add a sticky note, push it over here, and hey, I'm sticky. Awesome. And then I'm able to draw. I know that this is a super cool superpower that you could have. Basically, translate any idea that you have from just a scribble to an MVP, show it your stakeholders or your developers, and just show what you could potentially build, right? This is a crazy way to showcase your ideas. But, anyways, I hope you guys have heard about Soups. Soups is a 31 days program where daily challenges regarding product, code, and business happens. It happens inside the Discord server. We are currently on uh, graduating the August batch. We have been running this program since July, and in September we have 10 seats left. And if you guys are interested, go ahead to soups.frame.ai where you can just register or enroll for the event, or you can go ahead and click on join community, join the WhatsApp group where you can directly chat with me or chat in the community forum and ask me any questions that you have. I hope today's session was super valuable, and I hope that you will be able to take an idea from just a scribble to an MVP. All the very best. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.